Hey guys, it's Bree coming to you with the Bee Face, and today we are going to do another wig try on, but this time this is not wigs that I've purchased recently. This is just wigs that I have around and so we're just gonna try them on and see how I like them, if I like them still, if they're still good, if I need to throw them out. To be honest, this is literally just stuff I'm doing anyway because as you guys know from my previous video, I am moving. So trying to pack up my house and just seeing all the things that I have around still. And so wigs are a big part of that. So I'm going to start from the oldest to the newest. And so this one actually was still in the packaging. I've worn this several times, but I don't think I've worn this like frequently and definitely not recently. It is the Outre Wig Pop synthetic full wig in the color 2. And so this is basically just a pixie cut wig. So let's go on and try it on. This doesn't have any combs or anything, but it's very snug. So, ooh. So this, I think, is popping up because of how it was sitting in the package. I think I may have just, you know, left it in there with this sticking up. Let me see if I can get a bobby pin and like make it lay down. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So this is interesting. I'm not a fan of this. I think I was a fan of it when I bought it. I think it's really like, it's, I think I must be in a very specific kind of mood. I don't think it looks bad. I just don't think this is my style anymore, if it ever was. I think when I got it, I thought, oh, this is like a cute like 60s look, and I don't know. I like the way the bangs are though. It's not like a blunt cut, so you're able to, you know, make it look a little wispy, and it's a little bit over my eyebrows, so that's good. Yeah. I feel like it's giving a little Edna mode. I actually don't mind it with these glasses. Maybe I just need to accessorize better, and then I'll feel I'll feel a little bit better about this hairstyle. But this is not bad. I don't hate it. It's just not my thing anymore, or my thing at the moment. So I would say I would keep this just in case I'm ever invited to like a 60s party and I just need to be in character. But yeah, not terrible. I'm gonna turn around so you can see what the back looks like. It's layered very well. I think the construction's very good. I just am not feeling it for me right now. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so the second oldest wig I have, it looks like this. It was originally, so like y'all see how it's like ombre. It has a little bit of a, I mean it's blonde, but it has like the black at the root. And so it was one of those wigs that is like a curly bang, and you know, just kind of looks like natural hair. But after a while, this does not look great down. And so I just started putting it up. And so then I just kept it like this, so I didn't have to put it in a ponytail every single time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Okay, so this is the next wig. This one's also by Outre. It does have the two clips, the one in the back and then a big one in the front, which is my preference just because it's very much secure. And so because this I normally do in an updo, obviously it was just sitting there like that, I just use this head wrap to kind of hide the the wigginess of it all and hide the, you know, all the places where it's secured. So in the back, you know, like because this is a curly hair wig, generally that's not a problem because it's down, you can't see anything. But when it's up, obviously you can't really hide like where the clip is and things like that. So, and the back of this is blonde and clearly my hair is black right now. So here we go. So like I said, I can't wear this down anymore, so quality is not there for it down, but I think as an updo, it looks very adorable. I think I could pull this off as just like a regular natural hair puff. So I still like this. I think this is still an easy go-to. If I just don't feel like doing anything, I can just throw it up, easy peas. Okay, so the next wig, I recently did a video with this one. This is one of the wigs I got from Amazon. And it has lasted a little while. I got this a while ago, and I stand by it being very big, probably not for everyday wear, but I do find that I get a lot of compliments on this when I go out. I think because it's so big and it's just blonde and it's a great summer look, and even fall too. I think it's a good fall look. But I very much like it. I have cut this down and shaped it a little bit so that it's not as big as it was when I first got it and it was just straight out of the package. But I really do like this. I think it works well for me. It's certainly more my speed than the 60s pixie that I was doing. So I like this one still. And this one's an easy one to just throw on. You just finger comb it a little bit and it's all good after you cut it and do a little wear and tear. I think for me, I think curly synthetic wigs almost look better after they've been worn a little bit because the curls aren't so tight and uniform, so it looks a little more natural when it's a little frizzy like it is on the ends. Like some of the ends you can see here are a little bit frizzy. But things I do like about this wig, one, it's not one-dimensional, so the color isn't one-dimensional. You can see how it's a little darker at the base, at the root, and then it gets lighter, and then this is a little darker than, say, what's up here. So I like how they did the color. I like the tightness of the curls. I think that works well for this particular style. I like the bang. I think it looks really good. And I think if you cheat it back enough, you don't have to not be able to see. And I think it makes it just a cute style to have. I think it's a really nicely constructed wig. This one only has combs on the sides, which I think I've said in the Amazon video. It only has combs on the side, so I don't use them, but with the wig grip, it all stays put. So very much a fan of this, definitely a keeper. Okay, so the next oldest wig is this one from Sensational. This is a lace closure or lace front wig. And I generally don't care for the straighter synthetic wigs, but this one has lasted a pretty good amount of time. And I think what I ended up having to do was just cut the bottom part off because that was getting a little much, but this part up here has stayed the course and I actually very much like it. I don't know how long I've had it, but I know that I've worn it in a couple of those Ready to Love reviews that I did. So it has lasted a good little minute. I very much like this. I will say that this is very telling, and maybe I'm just not doing a good job of plucking and concealing and all such manner of things, but it can also give a little bit of plastic vibes in the wrong lighting. So I like this wig. I think it serves its purpose, but the lace, not the lace, the sew-in that I had did a much better job of appearing realistic, probably because it was real hair. But I think this is a good substitute if I just had a little run to do, and it doesn't take much to throw this on. Like, I didn't put any got to be spray or glue on it or anything. This is just me placing it on my head with the wig grip, and it looks pretty good. I think that this is concealed from like the bottom or something. Like, I think I put concealer on the bottom of the lace, like underneath here, and so that's why it looks like this. But it gives good layers. I think it looks really nice. This is actually a very cute wig. I might wear this in the near future. Sometimes I wonder like why I stopped wearing certain wigs, because I'm not always in the habit of just like, if a style is still good, not wearing it anymore. I kind of wear these things to the ground just because I'm like, I can easily buy another one whenever. But I think what I do is I pile them up, and then when I get tired of one style, I just kind of switch it out. So like, I have this straight one. What I think happened is that I got a sew-in. I think that's why I stopped wearing this one, was because that was the very next style. And then when I took the sew-in out, here's the deal. So before I took the sew-in out, I was wearing curly wigs on top of the sew-in. Ciao. I think me and my restlessness, I just don't like to have the same style all the time. But I think when the sew-in, like when the hair was getting a little like thinned out because of shedding and things like that, I didn't feel like taking the sew-in out. So I would just put it in a ponytail at the back of my head, like put it in a low ponytail, put a wig cap over it, and then I'll put the synthetic curly wig on top of it. And that way, because the curly hair is so big, you can't see the big bump of the ponytail that I had in the back of my child. Ridiculous things that I did, but this one is nice. It's very nice, and it might work its way back into circulation soon. Okay, so this one's a little bit difficult to get tamed, so I usually just spray it with some water to get the curls to lay down a little bit, and then kind of force it into some level of submission. But this is So this is after I have, of course, cut and shaped and done a little bit of work. I probably should cut a little more of the front part of this, but I just haven't felt like it. And then normally what I would do is right over here, I would just pull a little hair out from the cap, and that way it just has something to blend, and then it won't have that line right there that you just so readily see. Another little trick that I sometimes do if I don't feel like taking hair out, or if I can't, I'll just bring one of the pieces of hair over, and that way you can't really tell the diff. So there's that. I really like this one. I feel like this is one of the more natural hairstyles, one of the more natural wigs that I have left. But this one is fairly recent. I think I got it maybe a month ago. This is right around the time I started putting this wig over my sew-in before I decided to take it out. But this one is one of my faves. Matter of fact, I think the majority of last year I wore this, to be honest. Either this or braids. I think majority of last year was really this hair. I wore it to my friend's bachelorette trip in Miami. Majority of the time last year I had this or braids. Interesting. I think this is probably one of the ones that gets most repurchased, reused and recycled. So one of the faves. So now this one is the most recent purchase. This is actually a repurchase of one of the ones that I had in the Amazon wig video, just because I really liked it. And when I wore it, I got a lot of compliments, and I think I just kind of wore it out. But that's this little Shirley Temple girl. And no combs in the back, combs in the side. So let's just not use those combs. I should have done like a pre-comb before I even did this video, but here we are. It does take a while because these curls are very many. Okay, so what I didn't do in that Amazon video that I ended up doing with this wig, with the first one that I had, I cut quite a bit off the bottom. And then I, instead of having it straight across, I kept it to the side in a little side swoop bang. So what I'm gonna do is, I generally don't like to cut hair in here, and I like to do it in front of my mirror when I'm standing up, but we'll just try and keep the hair contained to the table. So let's work this out. All right, so this is the girl after a little maintenance. Just kind of, instead of having a blunt bang, blunt curly bang, I just kind of pull this over to the side and let the bang kind of chill on that side. And we can pull this over with the bobby pin. And so this way it's like framing my face. It gives a little bit of definition, and it gives it less of a Shirley Temple look, at least to me. And when the curls fall a little bit more, so from wearing it more, the curls do fall a little bit, and it just makes it look even better. Like I said, generally with curly wigs, once the curls fall, they look a lot more natural. It looks a lot better. And then another style I did with this was really just tying it up with a bandana. So show you guys how I did that. All right, and so that is another style that I used to do. Again, this got a lot of compliments when I was wearing it a lot more frequently. This bandana is literally something I got from Nasty Gal. It came with a dress that I wore for my birthday last year. But this gives it a little bit of like a pinup vibe. And I think that coming from a Shirley Temple, that's a pretty good accomplishment. So this is one of my favorites, and I really just repurchased it. I'm getting braids in the near future, and I think I bought this just as like an in-between. I'm pretty sure I didn't need an in-between because I had all these other wigs, but here we are. And I already cut it, so there's no returning it. But yeah, I think this is definitely something to keep on hand, keep just handy, because I can easily pick this up and make it work whenever I feel like being a cute little pinup girl. So that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.